Jesse, what's the scariest thing you can think of?
Oh my god. Probably death.
Okay, well, here's something even scarier. What if you collected a bunch of cool items, and if you died holding them in game, you would lose them forever?
Oh man, that's scary. I don't like that at all. Is that what happens in House of Necrosis?
That's what happens in House of Necrosis, the scariest game of the year. This is House of Necrosis. This is a Resident Evil's inspired mystery dungeon game. I'm not an expert on mystery dungeon games, and also it'd be boring for me to just explain the history of them here, so I feel like I'm just going to show you.
I know you're saying that would be boring, but I bet everyone will comment, no, you should do a history of mystery dungeon games. Let us know in the comments, folks.
All right, it would be a pretty good video, actually. But so before we do a run, this is the sort of hub world between runs. This is sort of like, this game mostly does not play like this sort of tank controls survival horror thing. This is the hub world where this works kind of like an extraction shooter, where you get items and then you bring them into a run, and if you die holding them, they're lost forever. So
yeah, I don't really think of Resident Evil as having a magic longsword +8.
Yeah, this does feel, a lot of things about this game to me feel like golden age of Squaresoft, like the noises and the text and the sort of like appearance of the UI.
Yeah, the gradient behind the titles in the UI is very early Squaresoft.
So I'm not gonna show you all of my cool items because I don't want to just like spoil cool items that are in this game. We're just gonna go in completely. I was going to say naked, but that's not accurate. We're going to go in with no items and just play a raw run from the start. Also, that man you see in the corner is he's like the vendor, and he also functions as sort of like a Deckard Cain figure. He'll like identify items for you.
All right.
Now, this is how you enter a run as you go in here. There are other doors in this room that do come into play later, but that's later in the game, and I don't want to spoil anything.
It's got the loading screen animation.
It's got the fucking loading screen. Okay, this is the real gameplay of House of Necrosis. So this is it is a turn-based mystery dungeon, grid-based sort of like RPG-driven. It's not like tactics RPG is the wrong word, but it's my only cultural touchdown because
looks a bit like chess.
Yeah, it's kind of like a board game. So what you're doing is every time you can control this with WASD and playing on mouse and keyboard. Every time you move, it consumes a turn. And when you consume a turn, other entities on the board are moving. So this is a procedurally generated floor full of rooms, full of enemies and items and traps and all sorts of good and bad things. And every time I move, every time I shoot, every time I swing my weapon, this is consuming a turn, and everything else in the world will, in turn, perform a turn. So I've just picked up a knife with 8 damage. I got my blue serum, which I don't know what it does yet. The items are sort of like semi-randomized. So let's kill a guy. So you'll.
Oh god, it's like half a body.
Yeah, so you see this half a man down
and
there.
Some weed.
So when I need to get that weed. So when I step down to him, he's gonna move towards me. So what I'm gonna do is, I will strike him, and he did not take a turn that time, but he will this time when I hit him. So he's gonna hit me back, right? So
okay.
Yeah,
I'll let you finish.
So I'm basically, the strategy of this game is essentially you are trying to maximize the amount of damage output, minimize the amount of damage intake. Now you're going to say that's every video game, Jeremy, but in this because there is sort of like a fundamental amount, like a base threshold amount of damage you need to take in order to output damage, unless you have infinite ammo, which you never do. You kind of it's more about like finding a build that works in order to exploit the movement patterns and attack patterns of all these different enemies that you learn.
Okay. Why the crow attacked right away. Why did the zombie on the ground not attack you?
So there are certain enemies that have movement patterns that are somewhat exploitable. So those half zombies and the full zombies will let's go find one, and I'll illustrate for you. So these crows will move or attack every time they get the opportunity. So you'll see, unless they're dying or they've just moved into the square, they'll always attack. The zombies will sort of like alternate taking a turn. Oh my god, wait, what's this? I've never seen explosives. And
you got TNT.
I've played like a lot of this game, and I've never seen that. So you'll see, let me demonstrate. So he just moved when I moved towards him. If I move away, he does not move. But then if I move again or burn a turn, he'll move. So every other turn, the zombies will not do something. So this can be exploited in the following way, where if I move one away and let him move into it, because he just used a turn, he's not going to use another turn. So now, because he just moved, I believe he won't do anything. So that part of the game is learning all of the like emergent rule sets that are around different enemy types and different things like this, and kind of figuring it, going from like a naive explorer who takes a ton of damage to someone who kind of understands the rules of the world.
This reminds me of not to reduce this game at all. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm not reducing it. It reminds me of Crypta the Necrodancer.
Oh yeah,
but
I
like
could
without
see
the
that.
rhythm gameplay.
I could see that. I have not played a lot of that game, but I can definitely see the comparison.
Yeah, similar movement.
Also important to mention that if you're about to strike a killing blow, you usually, I think there's some exceptions, but I think you almost always act first. So if you can get a killing blow, even if it's their turn, they won't strike back.
Oh, that's good.
All right, so we got an equipment level up there. So the
Nice.
knife. So we started this run with no gear. Obviously, like I said, you can bring in your favorite items and stuff. And if you manage to extract successfully, the progression carries over with those items. But because we started raw, the only thing I had was this regular base level white text normal ass knife that we got. So we just leveled up this knife. So I think the plus 0.04 is what was added there. I didn't pay too close attention to its stats when I picked it up. But basically, one of the interesting things about this is that you're not only leveling up your character per run, which increases the stats for that run, you're also increasing the level on items, which carries over between runs if you manage to extract with them.
Very cool.
So that's cool. There's sort of like, this is mostly a pure roguelike, but there are the roguelite elements are sort of that extraction shooter loot stuff. So
Yeah, instead of being passive upgrade points or something, it's like you earn what you get to keep in the next couple of runs. That's good.
yeah, exactly. So this door right here, this is the exit to the floor. So we could go to floor 2 right now, but because this was a naked run with no gear, I'm gonna run around a little bit more and try to maximize my experience and loot from this floor.
Is there a penalty for doing this other than potentially losing resources?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay. Just some games like this, if you spend too long on a floor, like death shows up and is like, oh, hurry up, you need to see the rest of the content.
Yeah, there's no like spelunky ghost in this game as far as I know. There are, let's see if I can find one on this floor. There are certain enemy types that get more dangerous as time goes on. I don't think there's one on this floor, but there are these like statues that if you spend too much time near them, they wake up, and they're like the most dangerous enemy in the first biome. So they won't attack you unless you stand near them for too long. All right, so now I'm bleeding, so I take double damage. So I'm definitely going to exploit this dude. So he would attack me if I stood still, but because I have played several hours of this game, I know that I can just kite him and kind of like exploit his mechanics.
Yeah, that's gaming.
However, those exploitable movements are like, it seems broken to be able to do that, but once you get into an environment where there are mixed enemy types, like a bunch of enemy types in the same room with all different patterns, not only do you have to keep all of those rules straight in your head, but also the fact that they skip a turn might end up fucking you over if you don't account for it 2 turns ahead while you're facing other enemies. You know what I mean?
Right. Once you got to deal with like, oh, the zombie's easy, but like, oh, you forgot about the snake.
Yeah.
The snake's gonna jump at you.
Exactly. Don't ever forget about the snake. All right, so we got our gun. We got our first gun. So
Sick. And you already have some ammo.
I do. Wait. Oh yeah, I have 5 bullets. Okay, so bullets are incredibly rare and precious. We just got 2 more, so we have 7 bullets. This is that blue is the range on this, so it's 3 tiles.
Okay.
The guns are very useful, but there's a whole sort of like meta strategy to keeping enemies at a distance while you use them. So let me check.
Oh, is that a dog?
This is like an evil dog. So
Okay.
our damage and crit chance on our gun is higher. I'm still going to save the bullets against this dog. Okay, so this is another new mechanic. So the red tile is telegraphing a heavy attack that's about to come. So there are a lot of enemies that will do these like heavier attacks that you basically like need to dodge unless it's completely avoidable. Or
What happens if you don't dodge it?
That probably would have done like 30-40 damage.
Okay.
So whereas base attack is like 19, as you just saw.
That's still a lot.
Yes. So I have 1 or 3 herbs. So we're gonna need some more healing items. So okay. So I just accidentally.
What?
That was an accident. See in the top right corner, the little mini map has that blue tile in front of the white tile.
Yeah.
So when you stand adjacent to a trap, it will show up on the map. Then you can knife them to disarm them. That was a complete accident that I just did that.
That's cool.
Yeah. So we're gaming now. But you can see even on like the second floor, like we're so early in this game, and there's just like
This seems so much more complex right away.
there
yeah.
is a huge amount of like stacking going on. So it does get complex pretty quick. But honestly, I feel like because all of the discrete elements of complexity are sort of well explained initially and like simple enough in isolation, it feels like it's never like I'm like, oh, I forgot the rules of the world. It's always just like when I fuck up, it's like I wasn't paying close enough attention, or I was rushing or something.
Is there like a strategy with that crow, or is it just hope for the best?
The crow. My strategy for the crows is build up enough damage to one-shot them.
Right. Okay.
But
that's what I do in real life too. I see a crow and I'm like, I gotta get buff. I gotta get rid of this thing.
Yeah, that's the only way to deal with them.
Yeah.
So this
knife too.
This guy. Yeah, we got. Let's see what the damage is now. Yeah. So that plus.
Yeah, so it is the plus.
Is the level up damage. So we've almost got an extra full point of damage. So this dude down here, who looks kind of like a Final Fantasy character, like a cactuar, is if I stand adjacent to him, he'll start to wake up. And if I spend too long adjacent to him, he will chase me. And I think he does like 110 damage per hit.
Oh my god. Okay.
Or if you accidentally like shoot him, he'll wake up as well. Or
I thought that was one of those Haniwa statues.
It does kind of look like a Haniwa statue. It might be influenced by that. The other thing is, let me show you, not only can you accidentally hit him with a bullet, but also there are hexes. So I'll just use one on this guy just to demonstrate. So see how down there's a crawler?
Yeah.
So these hexes that I've picked up, so this is a change hex. So this is usable on any boss. So you can, any item you can use on yourself, you can throw, well, I don't think you could probably use this on yourself because it would not.
That'd be funny though if you turned into a dog.
There are some weird emergent interactions like that. But this will change any non-boss enemy. So let's see. This is a bad idea because it's going to change him into a more difficult enemy, I think, probably because he's...
So, sorry, if you throw this, it's just whatever's in front of you.
Yes.
It's not like you can target behind... Okay,
Precisely.
You can't lob it.
So he turned into a zombie, which is bad because he was weaker. But zombies have the same movement pattern as crawlers, so I can exploit him the same way. In fact, zombies sometimes turn into crawlers when you kill them.
Oh, that's cool. Are there crimson heads? I mean, this is obviously very Resident Evil inspired. I don't think it's unfair to ask if they have a Resident Evil mechanic.
No, that is very fair. I mean, this game is very clearly being like, it loves Resident. It's not trying to be like, oh no, this is different. Actually, it's like,
no, she's a Jill hoagie, not a Jill sandwich.
Yeah, it's like celebrating Resident Evil. There are red versions of normal enemies called like foul versions. Okay, so we got a trap here. I just saw it on the mini map. So it's an ambush trap. So
nice.
If I step on that, it will summon more enemies, which I'm actually going to do. Oh, okay. That was a terrible idea.
You said this guy will kill the shit out of you.
That was a terrible idea, and I'm probably just bricked the run. My plan was...
Wow.
I'm going to take a little damage here getting away from the Honeywell. My plan was just to farm XP off of that, but I did not expect it to summon a...
It looks like you're recording your own version of Michael Jackson's Thriller, the way those zombies are following you.
So we are doing a little choreographed dance here. All right, so this is really fucking bad because now I will have a Haniwa chasing me. Okay, so you asked about Crimson Heads. Here's a foul zombie.
Oh, hey, there we go.
So I am going to do my best to mitigate this situation.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a knife.
Nice.
Okay, this is blue text. So the rarities that I've been exposed to so far are white is like normal, boring. Green is like uncommon or whatever, like one step above, and then blue is like one step above green. So here's an interesting wrinkle in the systems here. I can use this, but it has unidentified effects that will still be in effect even if I don't know what they are.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Which is very scary because some of the effects that I've seen are things like every shot you take knocks you back a tile, or a jacket that doubles damage outgoing and incoming. So I'm not going to...
How do you identify what the things are? Do you realize them after they're triggered, or do you have to bring them back to Frank in the loading zone or whatever his name is?
The loading or the hub world guy will identify, or mid-run you can find an encyclopedia, which is a consumable that will identify. So
that's cool.
Let's get rid of the zombie. I don't know where the Haniwa is, and frankly, I don't want to find out.
You're walking down this hallway, right behind you.
He's probably to the north. So this is the exit door. We could just exit.
I think you need to. Wait, hold on.
This is an encyclopedia, I think. Oh no, it might be a map. No, that's an encyclopedia.
Encyclopedia, yeah.
Okay. Let's ID this knife. Also, much like survival horror, inventory space is at a premium. So using encyclopedias, if you have stuff to identify, is always a good idea. Holy shit!
Whoa, a poison gun or knife. Sorry.
Magic knife +4. Chance to poison target. 14 base or 14 damage. 40% crit chance. Increased damage when target has full HP. Okay, this is fucking cracked.
So your first hit, dude. You're gonna one shot those crows. They're never gonna see it coming.
I might, but okay. I'm scared. This is what I'm scared of though. Is I don't have any. I don't have like a warp hex or like anything to warp me. So if I go down here and the Haniwa chases, I'm just gonna run around for a second and see if he is chasing. I feel like he stayed in that room.
Yeah, I thought. Did they not follow you around the map?
Most enemies do, but the Haniwa might be different.
Because I feel like you've been wiggling back and forth. They probably should have been here by now.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming. All right, let's take a risk here. Oh yeah, this knife is fucking.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's big damage.
Dog, 2-shot. You might have been able to 2-shot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, so that's big. That means we can avoid or mitigate damage way more effectively now with a higher damage output. Okay, what is that down there? Oh, that's a dog with a crawler behind it. Okay, worth it. Got another level up, so you'll see my max HP is also going up. I just poisoned that crawler, so
yeah.
Our damage
there's more
output,
weed there too.
What'd you say?
So you can heal. There's more weed. You can heal.
Yes, you can smoke a fat one. Melee upgrade kit.
There's so much. Oh, dude, yeah, wow. You're getting so much. Is this normally how long you spend on a floor?
No, so once I got the hang of this game, you can. Okay, there's a honey one here.
Whoa!
You can play it much faster. So they'll vibrate before they wake up. Okay. The rate of play in this game is basically totally controlled by you. So I'll show you in a sec. So if you hold, let me make sure there's no traps in here before I do this. If you hold shift, you can sprint. So you can kind of just like cruise through. Like now that I know I'm going back. Oh fuck.
Oh well, all right.
Okay, we need to go straight to the exit. If I stay within range of him. Oh, okay, never mind. They have a limited range. I don't really fuck with them, so I don't even really know the rules with the Sentinels.
I think it's cool that you spent 4 hours and you don't get how that stuff works still on the second floor.
I've just
crazy.
So successfully avoided those guys because I just I don't spend any time around them.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
All right, there's a jacket there, which I don't have any armor on right now, so that's good. We need that.
Oh, you do have an inventory limit. Okay.
Yes.
Can you increase it?
I can. So this is larger than the stock inventory because I have increased it permanently a few times.
All right.
Healing serum. That's really good. Confusion serum increases the level of your equipped melee weapon by 1. Let's use that. It's now magic knife +5. Let's see how good that is. See, this is the joy of this game is that it seems like simple and then it has all of these complex rules stacked on top of it, and then you're getting loot that have like their own rule sets, and it's like, I don't know, it feels very it's funny that this game is so survival horror themed aesthetically because it feels much more like playing like Dungeons and Dragons or something.
Yeah, totally. It's very rules focused, it seems like, in a way that I wouldn't think of survival horror, but also like the way that you're managing resources and being careful about your ammo because it's so rare, not using up all your hexes. Like that is sort of what it's like playing a survival horror game, is being careful about everything you have and prioritizing combat for what you get out of it, right?
True. Yeah. Yeah. There are definitely elements of this experience that.
What is that?
That's a mystic.
All right.
So he's enraged. So now his attack is doubled. So I'm gonna just outrun him for a minute until that wears off.
I don't like that thing.
He's doing it again.
He's dancing.
He's trolling me.
He literally is.
Okay, these guys are kind of squishy. I might be able to
two-shot
him.
You two-shot him.
Yeah. All right, so he's weak. That enemy is also a caster though, so he can enrage to double damage, and he also has like a confuse spell.
Are other stats consistent on the floor that you're on? Like, is this next one going to have roughly the same? That's what it seemed like on the first 2 floors.
Like the enemy types.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. With the exception of the red ones, like the foul ones are like bonus version, but outside of that, yeah. I'm gonna toss this knife.
You don't need that.
We don't need this.
Get that out of
You can also throw anything, so I don't know if this would do damage, but I assume it would if I threw it.
Go pick it up. Let's find out.
Yeah, this is for science. Let me drop this confuse hex, and then this dude is gonna annoy me. So let me.
Attack?
Just fucking.
Oh, all right.
I just want to.
Just tanking for the bit.
Just want to grab the item. All right. Let's see. Where's my knife +2? This is definitely gonna do damage, right? Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay, all
Now we're
right.
gaming, dude.
Now we're gaming.
All right, so that was cool.
That was sick.
I just hit him and it did not kill him, but because he got the poison proc,
Oh, I see.
the poison did the extra little bit of damage needed to kill him, which is cool.
That's awesome.
All right.
This is, man, the fact that actually throwing the knife worked to deal damage is like way cooler than I thought it would be.
Right? I feel the same way. Let's use a hex because this is a red dog, and I feel like this is going to be bad. So this confuse hex, enemies that are confused move erratically, and they also cannot attack. So he would have just moved away from me when I did that, but because there's a dog blocking him in, he's confused, he can't attack, and he's pinched in this situation where I can just wail on him.
Damn.
So that was a big strategic victory.
Stuck between a dog and a hard place.
Yeah. We got a green switchblade, but I cannot identify it, so I'm not going to use it yet.
All right.
Door is here, exit door. So let's poke around a little bit more. But we're on floor 3 now, so the stakes are getting higher. Just fucking
This is going
one-shotting
alright.
birds.
Yeah, man.
I did not need to waste
You know
a
what they
bullet.
say? Got to kill one bird with one stab.
A bird and
They're always saying
a dead bird in the... I don't know. There's probably a saying.
dead bird in the cellar is worth 2 in the bush, right?
Yeah,
We're always saying
that's
that.
so true, dude. I have heard of that saying a lot. Okay, so I'm just gonna min-max this floor and just like scrape it for all it's worth, and then
Alright.
we'll go down. I believe floor 4 is where the first boss is.
Ooh.
I think that's the end of the first biome, so we'll see. I don't have a lot of faith in killing the
you're hurting.
boss. I do have. I should use a healing item. Thank you for the reminder.
You're welcome.
I have a decent amount. That's
Oh, dude, they heal so much. What the hell?
the herbs do a lot of healing. But you take a shit ton of damage. Also, this is interesting. I didn't even recognize this at first, but if you read the text on the herb, it recovers some HP, increases max HP by 25 when consumed at full health, which I thought is cool.
Interesting.
So you can, like, if you have an excess of herbs, you can just up your stats for the run.
That's really cool.
All right. Oh, one thing I did not show you because I never use it is when you press C on the keyboard, there's a first person, so you can just like look around.
Wow. Is there any benefit to doing this? Like, are there secrets on the walls? That's a secret.
I don't know. I didn't even think of that.
Because that's what they used to do in, like, not Resident Evil. Like Legend of Zelda, right? You'd go into first person and be like, there's a Skulltula.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. I didn't even think of that.
If there's not, Warkus, you can have this one for free.
The DLC.
Enjoy the idea.
And House of Necrosis too. All right, we gotta... Okay, there's a green revolver there. We don't have room for it, but I need that in my life. So let's get rid of... Oh, the explosives might do a shit ton of damage on the boss. I've never used one of those. Let's see. All right, I'm going to get rid of this. Let's see. 12 damage handgun. Oh, that 12 damage handgun is actually better than the one we have equipped. So let's equip that. And I'm going to get rid of this 10 damage handgun. Just throw it. And then I'm going to pick up this revolver, which has 13 base damage, but it has an effect on it. So I don't want to use it yet in case it's like every shot drains health or something. Okay.
Come on. What do we do? Okay, nice. Nice.
I'm gonna move away.
What is that?
So this is the first time we've seen one of these guys on this run. These dudes have a lot of health. This is gonna do a shit ton of damage if this shot doesn't kill him.
Man.
I think it's not gonna kill him.
It might. Crit?
Oh, it was a crit. Oh,
I fucking called it. I'm buying a lottery ticket.
damn, dude. Buy me one too.
All right.
But I get the winnings. But you,
Hey, wait a
but
second.
you have to buy it and get
It's
and pick
like,
all the
I already put my
numbers.
name on the back, though, so...
But then I guess if you bought 2 lottery tickets and one was a winner, you'd be like, oh, that one was mine though.
What a bitch
I
move,
did
but
buy you
also,
one.
If you don't give me a little bit of money, you're the bitch. Like...
Oh fuck. You at least have to buy me one indie game.
You gotta buy... Can you buy me one copy of House of Necrosis if you win the
Hey,
lottery?
now you're a billionaire. Can you pay for my copy of House of
Yeah,
Necrosis?
man. Dude, Starbucks, man. $7 for a
One
coffee.
All right, this is floor 4. You sense a menacing presence. So
Okay.
this is the first boss. There is a locked door that does not open until we kill the boss. You will know when the boss is near because a health bar will appear.
Ooh, that rhymed.
That's true. That could be a lore dump. I could just say that.
Wow. I love when stuff's just happening.
Dude, I know. It's just like
so good.
things are procking and the hit noise is going off and I'm fucking loving it. Isn't this game
It's like
cool?
I'm in a casino. It's really cool. This is like a really... This makes me... This is not an insult on this game at all. I think this is great. I want to play it. But also now it kind of makes me want to go play dungeon crawling games like this.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly though, this is like one of my favorite dungeon crawlers in a while.
Yeah, for sure.
And again, I am very naive to the mystery dungeon genre, but this makes me want to explore more of them.
Yeah, I'd love to go back and play like Pokemon or okay, that's got to be the boss.
That is the boss.
From the boss health bar that popped up.
So here's what I'm gonna do. That dude moves every time you move. He has a thing that'll like one shot me. He has a huge AOE. I'm gonna exploit this zombie in the hallway to block him.
How?
Because the zombie moves every other turn.
Okay.
And the boss can't move while he is not moving because he's blocking him.
But how are you gonna hit him?
Well, I just want to get into this open area before I'm in the hallway.
Okay.
Also, just to show you the weird effects that items have, there is a class of melee weapon that is a maul, like a big hammer, and they have way higher damage, but they cannot be used in hallways, which I think is really cool.
That's smart. Yeah, I like that.
So there's a lot of like emergent rules in here where you can screw yourself by picking the wrong build. All right, so we've got explosive. Let's see what the explosive says. Using or throwing this will create a detonation dealing explosion damage to all nearby enemies. Enemies killed this way won't grant XP. I say we just throw this right now.
Is it like when they say nearby, do they mean 4 cardinal directions? Like if the boss isn't right next to the zombie? I mean, let's just science it out, but
Let's take that risk.
Yeah. Whoa, my God!
That hurt me? No, it didn't. It was scary.
That was so big!
It fucking scared me.
That was awesome.
All right, what else we got? So we got push hexes, which is good because I can push him twice in the hall. So if I shoot him, I can push him.
Oh, dude.
Shoot him, push him. So
Yes.
let's do that. So now he's right up on me, but I can push hex.
Oh, he's so far. That's 2 shots, easy.
Let's shoot him.
You can shoot one more, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, then
And I
throw
got
him.
one more
Yeah,
push hex. Oh, shit. I tried to use it on myself. Thank God that didn't work.
Yeah.
Okay, before I shoot him again, let's see what our options are here. So I've got a good amount of heals. I think we might be able to take him down with the amount of heals I have, but my armor sucks as well. So I do have a rescue crystal. So if we get into trouble, you can use this, and then you need to just survive for 3 turns to get out with all your items. If I die, I will lose all of the items.
Okay.
So let's not let that happen. I'm going to throw a vampiric hex at him to heal myself and do a little damage. That was actually a lot of damage.
Yeah. 88 is huge.
Yeah. So I might just use the vampiric hexes again. Confusion serum might actually work too. Does this work on bosses? So I don't know if you can throw the serums. Let's try.
Probably, yeah, why not?
Yeah, it did work.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is fucking...
Oh, dude, he's turned around.
We're
Backstabbing.
exploiting. This boss, I should say that, like, now that I understand the rules of this game better, this is not as hard. This boss was very, very difficult for the first few hours of playing.
Oh, I bet.
So I just want to throw it out there that, like, this is not like you can breeze through with no fucking items every run.
I mean, I get it. We only just learned you can throw knives at things.
It's true. We're all still learning. I'm just gonna hit him, and then when he hits me, I'll use a vampiric X.
That's smart.
Oh, and we got the poison proc.
Wow.
Okay. Now we got this. Okay, so that move will kill me in one shot if I stay here.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move, and then I'm gonna move into the room because he's gonna shoot across the room. And he's gonna die.
Oh, that almost killed him.
He's gonna die of poison.
That's so epic,
Look at all that
dude.
fucking loot. Look at all that loot.
That was sick. Wait, there's one more zombie.
Yeah, we gotta kill this guy.
Dude, this guy saw his boss get absolutely ka-chunked.
He still
and was
thinks
like,
he has a shot.
It's my turn. Yeah.
I know. I just killed the giant
him.
knife arm guy, and he's like, "No, dude, I got this.
I always told you guys the boss didn't know what he was doing.
I'm the new
That guy
boss
sucks.
now."
Yeah.
So this is an herb box I just picked up. This might contain herbs. It might also be trapped. So I'm not.
It could also be oregano.
I could be anything. That's what happens when you buy herb boxes at concerts from a random guy.
Never buy them from the guys at college that say they're $100.
Yeah.
They're always lying to you.
Exactly. Okay, so when all that loot dropped the first time, I felt like I was playing Diablo 2 again for the first time in Andariel, doing Andariel runs.
Dude, and you felt the dopamine. You got all those drops, and you were like, "Yay, loot!"
Unironically, I did.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a bunch of greens here. This is a green armor, which I should grab. I don't want to drop my armor for it, though, but I could drop the vampiric... I'm going to drop the 26 coins is kind of nothing.
Yeah. Wait, what do you use the coins for?
So there is a vendor. The Deckard Cain guy is also a vendor.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, but you bring them back with you, right? Okay.
Yes.
I thought maybe there was like a vending machine on the way up or something, and you could buy like I don't know, red herb.
I have not found a shop mid-run yet. That doesn't mean there isn't one necessarily. But as far as I've seen, you use them only between runs.
Okay.
Wait, I just saw a guy in that hallway and he ran away. I don't know why. All right.
He saw. Oh, it's the guy who killed the boss.
That actually would be a cool immersion mechanic if they were like afraid of you now. So
They should be.
We don't. Oh shit. We don't necessarily have to min-max this floor, but I do think I'm going to be pretty drastically under-geared for the next biome.
Really? I feel like you're crushing it. Well, I guess you just burned everything to kill that boss, actually.
I used every item. Oh shit.
Whoa.
Oh shit. I don't have any ammo left, and I used all my ammo. Okay. Oh.
You said ammo's super scarce too, right?
Yeah. Which is, again, one of the most survival horror things about this game.
No, for sure. It's just gonna be hard when you gotta shoot the whatever's coming up.
Oh shit!
Frankenstein or something. Whoa!
I stepped on a warp trap.
Oh, cool. Wait, but you warped right in front of the exit door.
So that was an exit trap, which is when you step on it warps you to the exit.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't
Good
know
accident.
what the logic is, like diegetically, of who set that trap. Is they're like, hey, he's gonna be so fucking confused, dude.
It was Spencer. He was like, sometimes I'm tired of walking around on this floor. I just want to get out of here.
Utility trap. There are also there's healing traps as well, which is funny.
Healing traps.
Yeah, so if you see traps and disarm them ahead of time, it is sometimes advantageous because you can be like, oh, cool, that's like a free heal. Let's see. I want this ammo, but I have to drop something for it.
I can't remember if you explained. Can the enemies trigger the traps?
I don't remember, actually. That's a really
It'd
good
be very
question.
funny if you were holding onto a healing trap and it just got set off by an enemy walking on it.
Yeah, they probably can. I don't know if it has happened. Oh shit, there's a trap right in front of me. Thief trap. So that'll just steal items. So I don't want to step on that. Yeah, I don't know. I figure they probably can. It seems within the design ethos of this game that they would. I'm just gonna kill this guy.
Dances weirdly. That's rude.
That is rude.
Mystic was dancing all right.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
All right.
There's so many more enemies here rather than I thought there were at the start.
Yeah, this game has a lot to it.
Yeah.
There's a real, and this is all just the first biome. So let's get into the second biome, and I don't want to play like too much, but we'll see how it goes, and I'll either escape or we'll go down with the ship.
Good call.
This is the end of the first biome. I don't want to talk about what happens here the first time you get here, but this is usually not just like an empty place. There's like more to this game. Yeah, that's kind of all I want to say about that.
Okay.
I just want to show the game
I'm
off
feeling there's a
mechanic.
cutscene.
There's some stuff that happens in this game
All right.
other than just the mechanics. But let's show a little bit of this and then
Dude, yeah, get that flesh trap. Wow, it does so much damage.
yes. So the difficulty curve goes up quite a bit. So these are some new enemies. These spew poison at you.
Oh, they're spore fiends. I thought that said spore friend.
Wish they were spore friends. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be under geared for this, but I do.
Well, let's
Oh
give
shit!
it
I don't know
a
why I
shot.
did that. Oh fuck, that was bad.
Oh.
See, I'm getting careless. This is what happens: is you do a run and you're like, I'm fucking crushing it, and then a few mistakes, and it's over.
It's all right. It's the YouTube curse. I think you've done really well so far, if that makes you feel any better.
Thank you. It does actually.
Good.
Yeah, let's explore. I say let's explore
Yeah.
this floor a little bit, and then I say we bounce out so I can just like keep all the loot for myself, you know.
Okay.
So this dude is enraged. You can see the little sword icon next to him, so he's doing double damage. But he trapped me here, but I can bait him. All right.
Yeah, get that piranha plant.
So this biome is the farthest I've made it in this game. I have made it to the end of this biome, but not successfully past.
Dude, he just hit you for like 140 damage.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe he must have had Enrage active.
Yeah, this one does too.
I think the Spore Fiends are also... I think they also heal allies. I think that's what was happening there. Like I just took it.
Nice. Get it. Kill it. Get it. Wow, that was... Yeah, you're not joking. The second biome is... they're very strong.
Yeah, it's no joke. It jumps.
But you had a lot of really good stuff in your inventory back there. Like you said, it's a distraction shooter, so it might be tough when you get to this point, but it'll take you a couple tries to get to this point.
Yeah.
On your own playthrough.
Yeah, you definitely will. I can almost guarantee you will not make it to this second biome on your first run.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm just gonna fucking play a little fast and loose here.
Yeah. Let's see what else there is to find. Looks like there's some... maybe you'll step on a trap. A funny trap.
Shit. See this?
Hey, there's blue herb. There is more than one herb color. I knew it. It's just like my favorite game, Silent Hill.
Okay, so there are multiple herbs. I like 1 second of being careless, and I might have just fucking killed myself.
You're dead as shit. Yeah.
I'm gonna use an herb, and then I'm gonna take like 1,000 damage.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm gonna use the rescue crystal because that. But that's the thing is like it seemed like I was on top of the world, and then for 1 second I was like, I'm just gonna fucking not do the optimal move one time, and it was all of a sudden like a crisis.
That's sick.
So this is the rescue crystal. So when you cast this, you will have 3 turns until extraction. I don't think this uses a turn to use. Let's see. Okay, so now I have to spend 3 turns. I should be able to do that pretty safely. And then I'm just going to use a heal here to be safe. I don't think there's any way I'd take enough damage to die.
No.
And then it gives you your
Nice.
Final Fantasy VII, like, casting animation. Exactly. And that's a run. So, like, if I had not gotten careless there, I think we could have made it a little further. I don't know if we would have cleared the boss. I had a very full inventory with all this shit, and I did not have a lot of items left to... Like, you saw how many
but
items
just around the corner... You had a golden gun that would have saved the whole game.
Probably. Let's identify some shit because this is like the gotcha loop. So let's see what we got. So this is the Riposte Dull Sword +1. So increases damage after being attacked. That's pretty cool. Good crit chance.
That's cool.
13 base damage. Dull Sword. This is the Riposte Dull Sword. So that's also you'll see
All right.
it has naming conventions where it, the effects have like discrete names. So Riposte is damage after being attacked.
That makes sense. Damage after you get attacked.
Yeah, Defender Switchblade +2 increases defense. Unstable Switchblade +1 might break at any moment. I'll probably sell that to him.
Mm-hmm.
Defender Switchblade increases defense. Recoil Revolver pushes you back when shot. So that's pretty cool actually because you saw how important it was to keep distance between me and the boss. So if you kited a boss if you had this on you and kited a boss into a hallway, you could just like run away from him infinitely while shooting.
That is a really cool way of using that as an actual useful skill instead of like a drawback with recoil.
Yeah, but it also might screw you over, but if you don't account for it. Like I would probably carry this and a second gun. Sniper, so this has increased range, which is cool. I'm going to use that on my next run, off camera. Broken Protector increases enemy damage. Why is that?
Why would you want that?
I would guess that there are things in this game that you can use that as a like recaptured effect. Like I bet there are other effects that use enemy damage as a modifier for something that is beneficial, but I have no idea.
That's cool.
Why you would want that.
You're probably right. That's a sign of a good roguelike-y kind of structure.
Yeah. So that's House of Necrosis. That is a full run. This is the hub world, and there's a little more to it that I'm not getting at because I want people to sort of like organically discover it for themselves. But what do you think?
This is really cool. Yeah, this is my kind of house. I would love to maybe not live here, but adventure it with my defense switchblade +3.
Hell yeah.
This is really cool. Thank you, Jeremy. I'm gonna go play some. I'm honestly probably gonna pick this up and play some Resident Evil chess.
This game is awesome. I played so much of it over the last few days. It's very addictive. It's like a little over $10 right now with the 10% off for the release sale, and I absolutely love it. This is definitely one of my favorite games of this year. So check it out. House of Necrosis, survival horror mystery dungeon, out now.